Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop, where I do K-pop oriented tarot readings. Today we're going to do a reading on NCT Johnny, and they want to know about his personality and career. I'm changing my setup a little bit. I'd like to leave a little message for you guys now in every video. This is my Therapets like self-care oracle, but if you're reading this, maybe you can get a nice little boost every time you see these little kind messages reminding you to be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Today we're using the Wild Unknown Archetypes cards by Kim Krantz. I wanted to try something new as well there. So this is my first time using this deck. Actually borrowing it from a friend. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the reading now. So Johnny's personality. I did start looking up their zodiac signs, so I didn't have to keep bothering you guys to tell me. So I found out he is an Aquarius sun with a Gemini moon. As usual, we don't really know the time of birth, so I can't get their ascendant. Maybe if people know that, you can tell me. But I know there's kind of like an unlucky thing in Asia to spread that information because it's like a superstition that people can know too much about your life and try to get in your way and hold you back and that kind of thing. So let's see. It's a brand new deck, so I might have to draw the cards a little differently because I want to make sure that we get a good range. Okay, so okay, so these readings will be a little bit different. So we have the Destroyer. There's definitely like a rebellious nature to him where for entertainment purposes only, all alleged, that he definitely has a unique outlook in life. He doesn't probably like to play by the rules as much, especially things like out of the box. This is about also liking to think outside of the box, not really caring for too much structure, you know, kind of almost this one is like reminds me of like to change the system you have to work from the inside out. You can't just like bang on the door. So I do think he's a little bit of a revolutionaryist. Especially the sword too. The sword gives me, you know, real fighter. He may be even a bit of an activist kind of person. But also the sword reminds us, like, don't cross him. He may have a bit of a bad side. That's not to say that he's unjust when he carries it out. You may have to be a generally bad person to see his bad side, but I don't think he's good at hiding it. Again, the threshold is about having clear boundaries, but also not being afraid to push boundaries outside of yourself. So he also may be the type of person that, again, I get a lot of like very, very unique thinking, a unique perspective on life, fresh perspective on life, really understands how to change the system from the inside. The medallion, this is like, he's a compass for those kind of people around him. He's definitely like that shining light, I guess, because seems like he's boisterous. He's not afraid to express his opinion. He ends up being like that person for people around him. I think they look to him for direction. They look to him to speak out on their behalf when they feel like they can't. And I think just general, he does well in a group setting. I think they like having him around. The last one here is the Dead End. And I feel like he's definitely a person when things I say that a lot. I probably should work on my vocabulary a little bit, but a lot of times I'm just going from a stream of consciousness here. I'm not trying to think about what I'm saying too much for you guys. So if I am repetitive in my diction, I do apologize. But the dead end, if again, with this box, if he's thinking something doesn't work for him, he will let it go. He doesn't seem overly attached to like I said, the system, the structure, to people maybe in and out of his life. He's like I said, he's not looking to be stuck and bogged down by things and people who don't see life his way. He seems like kind of very light. I want to say, like, I have this like not a carefree feeling about him, but that he likes to travel in his life light. If you're not with him, if you're not part of the journey, if you're not going down the same direction as him, he has no problem just kind of leaving those people behind. It may be a little bit of that Gemini moon. But yeah, the Aquarius nature of like thinking outside of the box, being revolutionary, looking for new ways to change the system for the betterment. Like I said, I feel like he's the type of person we may see an activist for idol treatment, for just company treatment, for the way even the world looks at idols. He may be very much trying to change the way people view them in a global sense. Like, he's that kind of person to me. So yeah, I have nothing but like really good, like super deep feelings. Like, Johnny feels like a very deep thinker. He doesn't do, I mean, he's still young, so he's probably doing some things, but I do think he makes an effort to not be careless in the things that he does and says. So that's definitely what I'm getting for his personality. And we'll do a quick career reading, I believe is what they asked for him. So my stuff feels like it's moving all over the place. Okay, today we're bringing out our True Black Tarot. I haven't brought this one out in a while, and it's one of my favorites, so see if I can shuffle it. They are very like stiff, thick, chunky boy cards, so you cannot bridge or riffle shuffle these guys. I think I have tried many times and just learned my hands are not cut out for it. Oh, okay. We will keep this one here. And keep it up here as an energetic card. So Johnny's career trajectory. How are we looking? Oh, okay. That's good. Okay. Not that many. Not that many. All right. Okay, so our kind of energetic cards is the Four of Swords and the Star. So again, this is about he may not be able to put as many ideas out there as he wants, but that's not going to stop him from you know, getting his name out there. Like, he's definitely a star. This is very much a fame card, so I think he's a bit stifled with his company, but that's not going to stop him. Like, I think his personality, his talents, they're just going to shine through for him overall. So, but I think being on the company he's in, being in the big group that he's in, that's probably not a surprise. And Two of Wands, again, I think this echoes a little bit that Four of Swords in reverse. The Two of Wands in reverse. I believe this is the Wands. I'm reading it as the Two of Wands anyway. I don't think it's the Pentacles. But you put two, you know, circles on there. My brain is not sure anymore. Anyway, the Two of Wands is about, again, projecting your passions, your desires out there, and there's like a stifledness of that. So I think if he has any dreams of either being a solo or a songwriter, he's not going to get very far in those aspects. It just seems like he's being kind of cut off at the pass. As far as the Lovers, this is about like a union of a choice. And the Moon, like, he may be undecided whether he wants to stay with this project, or it may be undecided from the company on whether he will stay with the NCT project. It seems like there is an attachment here. I think there's no problem with him and the guys. I think he does love it, but I do think like in the personality reading, he wants to do more, be more, have more for himself and those guys. Like, I think he understands there needs to be change, and I think he will be one of those people that fights for that change, but he may not understand exactly how to go about that just yet. The Moon is definitely about things that are hidden, things that you've yet to figure out. So there's some of that. Next to the Lover's card means like it's together for now, but the future of that is really not figured out yet. He's still figuring out what he wants. Then we have the Eight of Swords. Again, this is about maybe feeling a little trapped. He's not like I said, there's some stifledness and some unsurety about wanting to stay in this project. I think, like you said, if your thoughts and your desires are not being listened to, you may feel, a bit burdened by that. And again, this is about lacking resources as well. So as far as his career in the future, like, he's got a hard road. There's no bones about it. He's not getting resources. He's not necessarily getting listened to. He's not even sure he wants to stay. But the Star card tells me that, again, like, none of this will stop him from being a public figure, from being in the public eye, from being a well-known celebrity. That's not going to change for him. I just think he's very unhappy, or unsure is probably the better word. Unsure in his current situation, exactly how far he's going to get, and if he's going to be able to do the things that he actually wants to do. I think for a lot of idols, they have bigger plans. A lot of times the groups are just a stepping stone to either being a solo artist or being a songwriter or an actor, or, these kind of things. So I do think Johnny doesn't really know where he wants to go from there, but I do think he feels a little bit pinned up and trapped in his current situation. So I think he's trying to reevaluate where he wants to go in the future. So yeah, right now, Johnny just, he seems a little unsure of himself. So if anything, if you're a Johnny fan, please, send him all your love and supportive messages, and let him know that you'll be there for him regardless of what he decides, where he goes, what he wants to do with his life. As a celebrity, I do think he's destined to be a celebrity, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. And thank you for sending your request. I hope you guys are having a great day. Like I said, I wanted to end with this really nice affirmation for everybody out there who needs to hear something sweet. Every time you thought life would defeat you, you were wrong. So carry those words with you. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.